YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. We've got another one for you on the Pitts 1.4. This thing is huge and awesome. I love this plane, one of my favorites. This is a revisit for us today, as you can see. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off, we're gonna fly this thing around on 6S, 5,000 milliamp hour. And if you buy one, there might be some coupon codes, that's all we're gonna say. So definitely check out brianphillipsrc.com. That's our domain and our website there, so you can check it out. And there should be some links down in the video description, just depending on if Google has decided to take them off. Takeoff flap set, yes, we did flaperons on this one. If you buy one with the Reflex V2, you're gonna be doing it without flaperons, so I'll actually fly without flaperons here. Okay, here we go. Get that tail wheel up. Oh, yes. Guys, this is one of the more intense biplanes that I've ever flown. And I gotta say, guys, we love flying these planes for you here on Brian Phillips RC. We love helping keep this hobby alive and lively. And if you've never flown the Pitts 1400, it is extremely capable and very fun. AS3X and safe equipped the way we set it up. We did it with the AR 637. And I would highly recommend that you consider that offering, even though you'll probably be getting one with a Reflex. You can always use that Reflex somewhere else. The Reflex is good, but the AS3X is superior, okay? And we have safe. You guys see how that worked? Pretty incredible. Okay, getting out of safe here. Upside down flight performance is impeccable, guys. From an absolute stall, you can flip this thing around. It's so much fun to fly. It's so forgiving. And the only thing that's not easy about this plane in terms of flight performance is keeping it from bouncing on landing, which is why we set up flaperons just to help slow it down. You don't need them. Sorry there's not more clouds. It would help make this thing look better in the air. Guys, lots of high G maneuvers for you just to show you how strong and resilient the airframe is on this. Lots of rudder authority. Look at that. Look at that flat turn, guys. Okay, janking out of it. Pushing the nose straight over into the bowl. Do a stall turn here for you. Nice little easy recovery. Beautiful. Guys, if you've never flown it, you need to get one. You're gonna love it. It's one of my favorite biplanes to fly. The only complaint we ever have with biplanes is that they're big. Yeah. So just keep your eyes out. There might be something coming. And all I've got to say is takeoff flaps, landing flaps. Look at this thing slow down with the flaps. You don't need them, but it is kind of cool to be able to slow this sucker down. Look at that thing creep. Isn't that crazy? Okay, out of the flaps, into the throttle hard. We'll go into a prop hang here. Oh, no, actually we'll do that with clouds. We'll get some clouds going for you. Because I'm gonna tell you this, this plane, as great as it is, you still need some clouds to help make it look greater. Make the Pitts great again. Nice prop hang for you, real simple. Guys, look at this. I'm barely working at it, guys. Look at this, look at this. Barely working at it, tons of authority. Just keep flying it, guys, keep flying it. If the trees get a little close for comfort, don't worry, a little butt clench will help. Watching out for the cherry tree there. Now guys, that cherry tree is moving. Awesome. As part of our pond project, we moved a few trees already. And that tree that gets in the way of the runway is a cherry. It's beautiful. It's one of our favorite trees in the yard. And we are gonna save it. 50% throttle there. So guys, tight areas make for cool performances, I think. I cannot believe how asymmetrical the elevator is on this plane. You've got so much down elevator, look at that. And that's the up elevator. It's hilarious. And I think it's probably just a biplane thing. Oh, did you hear that hawk scream? That was so cool. He's over. Let's go chill with the hawk. You guys want to see the hawk?
There he is.
Here's the hawk. Gah!
Sorry for your speakers.
Gah! If there wasn't Brian Phillips yelling at your speakers. Oh, he just screamed at me. Did you hear him?
He did.
Oh, there's two of them. They're doing mating calls and rituals. Wow, that's so cool. You see the other one, guys? He's way up here. Both. Way up here. Ah, it's gonna go right in the sun. Yep. I'm sorry, folks.
Oh, I hope they can hear him. Otherwise, we're just gonna sound like crazy people.
No, they'll be like, what are you talking about? You guys are nuts.
Well, I mean, yes, but.
They already knew that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get a touch and go.
Okay.
Actually, I'll probably land. Camera crew, go back over to the, nope, in front of me. In front of me. There you go, good job. Full landing flaps here. Woo-wee! Out of the flaps. Keeping her from stalling, keeping her low. Preserving my power. I'm gonna go out here and do a different line because 5,000 6S, I should have plenty of power to finish this off, right? But guys, there's another line here, full landing flaps. And I'm just gonna bring it in and try to bleed off some of my inertia and speed by going downhill. Did I hit a tree?
Yep.
Really? Are you seriously? Oh yeah, slowed it down. Now, which tree did I hit?
You hit the top of like one of the black walnuts right along there, right over the LP tank.
So guys, this is why we're trying to eliminate that cherry.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's probably the black walnut that's on the ditch. Man, those guys are going crazy.
They are.
I hope you guys can hear them, but it's like, gah, gah, all over.
Yeah.
They must be getting ready to make some babies.
When the trees lose their leaves this time of year, it makes those trees down there really hard to see.
Yeah, it makes it hard to see, which is what we were talking about. But those aren't hard to see, guys. Look.
Nope, that giant
There's a
pile.
dinky little pile there. They're not done removing all the trees, by the way.
No, they're not. That's just the one side.
And for those of you that like the grass ops, we're trying to get dressed here.
Yep.
So we're top dressing this. We're going to get this better. And to be honest with you, I would normally put this down in the grass because it does really good in the grass. It's one of the best planes for grass ops, but we happen to have this kind of rough graded right now. We need to bring a little bit more topsoil over and dress it. And we're just taking advantage of having a giant gaping wound in our yard right now. So we're going to top dress this, try to get it smoothed out. And especially down there, we've got those holes that are like, this deep. Yep. You can put, it's really easy to lose a plane because of it. So anyway, guys, thinking about the pits, if you're considering this plane, consider it no longer and buy it. It's awesome. You will not regret it. It's one of the most fun planes to fly. And I gotta say, one of my favorite features of this plane is just the fact that you can get away with murder with the thing. I mean, it's just incredible. You can stop, flip upside down, fly backward and upside down. It's just all the different things that you didn't think you could do with a biplane, you can do it with this plane. And then it flies great too. And it's not like you have to be 3D crazy, but it flies like a real plane. And I love that because a Pitts is an extremely capable plane in real life. And so you can get that scale, look, and appearance, but the power to weight ratio is pretty dang good with near unlimited vertical. I would say almost unlimited vertical, okay? Love this plane. And by the way, when you get into 6S platforms and planes of this size, I say near unlimited vertical because if you go unlimited vertical, you're pretty much past the 400-foot threshold. Not that I would know about that because I've only ever seen 399.9 feet.
Only.
Legally. Just in case you're asking. But beautiful plane. You guys will love it. It is definitely a little bit challenging to land at times. The ground effect with these things, you've got that low wing. You hit ground effect with both wings, and then it just gets spongy on the ground and it likes to bounce, okay? Now, if I was a better pilot, you could overcome these things, but just like everything else, we are where we are, okay? Everybody progresses in this hobby from beginner, don't know anything, to expert pilots that are 10 years old from Germany at flying.
He was 15.
Sorry, he was 15, that's right. Anyway.
And you could land this in grass. Like you said, if our grass was in better shape, that would be a different
Well, and I could probably do it, but I'd have to keep it so tight. I just don't want to hit the edge of the runway and bounce.
And you'll probably have to mow one more time before the season is over.
Yeah, last week we had just wind, and then some more wind to go with our wind.
A little bit of rain.
With a side of wind.
Yeah.
So it's been terrible for flying. But this area here would have been mowed short, but instead we top dressed and did some different things, which is good we did that, because then they came and tore some trees.
Yep.
So guys, beautiful plane. You will love it. Check it out in the links of the video description below. As you know, we've been fighting Google. We're not going to go into an elaborate explanation this time, but the truth is hopefully that ends very quick, because we're getting sick and tired of talking about it, and you guys are getting sick and tired of hearing about it. And we know that. But the truth is it's still happening. So if our links disappear, go to brianphillipsrc.com and we will have links there.
And you can always go there to look for coupon codes or links to things that may be on sale.
You want to do that on this one.
If you're watching it currently.
Our videos run evergreen.
Yes.
We heard that from some manager of people that does, you know, come creators and things.
China.
From China. So evergreen evidently means that you run a video forever. Okay.
Yeah,
we just run videos forever, because like, why are we going to stop showing this amazing footage? Okay. Even if we do better footage later, we do long format content. We have 1900 plus videos, and we know you guys are here to support us. That's why you're smashing the like button now if you haven't already done it. And when you're clicking to subscribe, you click the bell for notifications, because there's so much new content that comes out, and YouTube is desperately trying to kill our channel. They have made soft threats of termination because of the link thing, and yet they can't tell us what we're doing wrong. So it's like every expert we've talked to, including experts that work with Google on a regular basis, have said, you're not breaking any rules. They evidently think we are, but they can't tell us exactly what that rule is. So then they just block the links. And so of course the FTC might have something to say about that. We'll see what they say. I don't put a lot of faith and trust in the federal government. So that being said, at the end of the day, if you guys want to help support us, the best thing you can do is keep us alive one day longer. Click the bell for notifications when you're subscribing. Smash the like button every time. If you like to watch the whole videos, it does help. I understand not everybody's going to have 3 or 4 hours for every video, but that really does help. And then also on the flip side, if you want to help us financially, buying the planes, buying the batteries, buying the transmitters, the different products that we review helps us to bolster our relationship with these companies, and then also bring you the best to our audience, which is who we answer to. We don't answer to them, we answer to you. And we tell them that, and sometimes we have to refresh their memory, but generally speaking, they understand that we're out here serving you. And so when they serve us, they are serving you. And that's the cool thing, is to be in a position where we can say, listen, our people don't like this, this, and this. But generally speaking, the manufacturers we work with are some of the best, and they do a great job of bringing good things to the market. And then some of them are dynam. Excuse me. But that being said, we will help you to distinguish between the good and the bad and the ugly. And really the ugliest ones are the ones that don't send us amazing product, because we have no idea and we don't know how to answer. So if they won't work with us, we don't know what to tell you. And I hate it, because that means that usually when companies won't work with us, I'm going to tell you the number one reason why they don't work with us. Because I talk and I have a brain and I say what they don't want me to. That's expensive for companies. So admittedly, I get it. I don't want to send my product out to have somebody bash it, but we try to do it in a fair way. And we try to point out the positives, even of dynams. But that being said, great plane, FMS, good job. Yep. Amazing product, one of the best pits that you can get. And if you don't know how much this thing does, just watch that video and then multiply it by a factor of me times however good you are. Because you're probably a better pilot than me, and you can do more cool things. And this thing is a great product to do it with. It's almost too easy. Seriously, that's something I say and people think I'm full of crap. Timber, Evo, perfect example. Too easy. Call me crazy. You know what I'm talking about, you guys that have watched for years. All right, 9 years deep in this, and Google has all of a sudden decided they didn't like the hundreds of thousands of watch hours and 57 million views that we produced. And so they're going to attack us for a few cents on the dollar on following traffic away from the channel and then coming right back from Brian Phillips RC. So if you guys want to help support us, the best thing you can do is buy these things. Or if you can't do that, or you don't want to, or your wife has threatened to divorce you, which, I mean, there's always choices to be made, then, are you smirking back there? The second thing you can do is PayPal, friends and family. Patreon monthly support. If you're a Patreon already, thank you for being a Patreon. I think we're up to like 42 people helping to support us.
47.
Some a lot more than others, but guys, it's not about the dollars and cents. I promise you it's not, unless you're one of the big supporters. Thank you more.
Yes.
That's a stupid way of putting it. But the truth is, we know the bigger the sacrifice, the bigger you probably care. But if you don't have as much to give, we understand it. It's not what we're after. We're after keeping this hobby big. We want to grow it. We want more people. We want so many people that are calling and complaining to the FAA for being idiots that I'm not the only guy doing it. Okay? That's what we want. We want to keep this hobby's vitality alive. We want young people doing it. We want old people doing it. And we want everybody in between doing it. Because what's happening is if you have a hobby like this, there's a million easier ways to make money in a business than making foam airplanes that are awesome. Okay? You could literally collect trash from the street and probably make a lot more profit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay? You could literally make cars and make more profit. I love fixed wing. I love cars too. But cars are cheaper and easier and more confident. They're easier to make than an airplane. So I want businesses that are going to keep making airplanes even though they aren't making as much money. That means they love it. And the guys that are running companies like this are the guys that love it because they wouldn't be doing it otherwise, guys. I'm telling you, and I know you think it's all about the money. Believe me, it's not just about the money. I'm sure there's some of that, but there's a million easier ways to make money, okay? Airplanes are hard, expensive, regulated, and complicated, and more expensive. Jig work's extremely expensive to make these molds. It's extremely expensive to find labor that's even reasonable to put them together. And we are talking about wherever they're doing that. I don't care what part of the world it's in. It could be in America, or it could be in China, or it could be in Malaysia. It doesn't matter. The point is you have to have more skill to do this than it does to turn a screwdriver to put together a car, okay? Also, same thing is true for batteries. The same thing is true for technology, including engineering to make these things sized appropriate, tuned appropriate, and flown in a beautiful way, okay? So all these things come into this perfect conglomeration of RC excellence, and that's why the winners float to the top. It's not because they're crushing the small folks. I don't think that's really what's going on, but that does happen. That's called capitalism. If you don't like that, I'm really sorry. It's the truth. If you think you can do better, we will help you make your channel. We will help you make your product sell better. So hit us up in the About tab, okay? That's the truth. If you're running an American company and you can make American labor and you can do this and make this in America, we're gonna work with you. There is a company that's probably an hour drive from our house or less. And they've been around for many years. What's it called?
SIG.
SIG.
Manufacturing.
Yep. They're in Montezuma, Iowa. Okay? You wanna know how many times we work with them?
Yep.
0. That's because they're living in the Stone Age. They don't know how people buy stuff. And their heads are in the sand, okay? I hate to say it. Amazing company, amazing product. Wish they'd work with us. We could literally drive there, and then get lunch and sit down with the president of the company. They don't work with us. But these guys work with us. They're from China, okay? Just gonna tell you something. You gotta work with the world you're in business, and we love this world. By the way, SIG is not going out of business. If you heard that, it is incorrect. They are reorganizing. They're moving to Illinois. Okay, good luck with that. Might as well put a little bit more money away for the regulators there, people.
Yeah.
So anyway, enough about me and my day job. I work on industrial systems and scales and integration work and stuff like that. I've been doing that for almost 20 years because I'm old and I love teaching about stuff. I do it at work, I do it here, and I do it when my wife will listen.
Are you just stop listening?
Yeah.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you're married, if you've been married for a long time, you'll get it. But this pits is awesome. We hope you'll be here with us for more years to come and Google doesn't shut us down violently and viciously, because if they do, that would really suck for us and for you. And you won't even get to see how this beautiful pond ends.
Oh, you'd miss it.
Yep. So definitely hit us up in the comments below. Let us know what you think of the idiots at YouTube and how we could potentially reach them and have victory, like maybe calling them idiots a lot.
I'm sure that's helpful.
That's probably super helpful. But the truth is, we answer to you, not to Google, not to Elon Musk, not to the President of the United States or the Supreme Court. Well, I mean, we kind of do answer to those
if Elon
people.
called, we'd talk to him too.
That's true. We probably would. But the thing is, really what we do is we answer to you, our audience. So if you, our audience, tells us that we're doing something that we don't like for instance, mics. If you didn't think I was a nerd before, look at this. Look at that pocket protector. That's homemade. Okay? You told us to get mics. We did that. It only took us 5 years. to comply, right?
Yeah.
Is that, or maybe it's 3.
Maybe we should work for the FAA.
Oh, jeez, that would be amazing. Yes,
We're good
good
at taking
idea.
a really long time to adopt things.
That's right. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. But truth is, guys, all I got to say is we love doing this and we will fight for it because I'm a fighter. You may have noticed. That's why my videos are super short and super easy. Right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's all you get for today, guys. The pits is awesome. Buy from the links. We'll link to the battery we used. We'll link to the transmitter we used. By the way, if you guys are curious about the 7E, the new NX7E, we did a review video on that, and it should be publishing here in the next day or two.
Being attacked by a small spider.
Oh, well, that's better than the FAA or Google. So if you guys want to learn about that, it's actually pretty good. It does look a little bit like a cow, but the thing is, we got it in person, and it's actually way more beautiful. And then what's the first thing out of my kid's mouth? I think that thing is so cool looking.
Yep.
And I'm like, I am old. There's no getting around it. It's settled business. But guys, we love doing this. We know you'll be back. Don't forget to smash the like button and buy these things from the links. If you don't like that, Patreon, PayPal, YouTube members, YouTube support. I mean, why would you not want to give them their cut, right?
Well,
it is what it is. We appreciate you guys. We know this is going to be hopefully short-lived. Just like when they did the last giant bot Fandangle they did. Do you remember that bot Fandangle, the limited or no monetization? When they did a little circle like this and it showed like a dollar sign and it was like, you talk about something that's not what we agree with, so we're going to limit the monetization. They did that, and millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of YouTube partners, also known as subjects, said, no thank you, no soup for you. And guess what happened? It disappeared after a little bit. All they had to do was just piss off millions of people first. Let's hope that's it, okay? All right, guys, all you get for today. Sorry for all the inside baseball. I promise as soon as it ends, we'll shut up about it. If you guys have tips or tricks, really, seriously, I'm asking you, I want your help. Let us know. Go to the About tab, click on our face, go to the About tab, and then it'll have like contact us, do the catch-up. It'll have our email. You can send us a message there, and we'll get in touch with you. Thanks for watching.